And welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me at DMAC_LA, but let's get right into the celebration. We're popping champagne like we won a championship game. Nope, we just won our 7th straight division title. The Dodgers 18-time NL West champions. I love it. Our boy Clint Pasillas, Real FRG, hit it, Randy. Hashtag clinch miss. I love that. The Dodgers get it done in Baltimore tonight. Celebrate. Hit that like button. Hit that retweet and share button. Your Los Angeles Dodgers. We're going to celebrate this one. Pop that champagne. Get that bubbly ready. Because, look, there's only a couple times I drink champagnes. When we win the division, win the division series, win the NLCS. Hopefully this year we're going to pop champagne 4 times when we win the World Series. I know it's going to culminate in a World Series title, but you guys are lighting up these comments already. But welcome in to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. I'm the man of the fan, Doug McCain. And you know what I do? I read out your takes. So you guys get those Dodger takes in there so I can read them off live in the post-game show. Let's get right into it, rapid-fire style. First one, JJ Antrax. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Brian, hi. What up, Brian? Schmo, when is the parade? Hey, little premature for parade, but hey, I'm all about celebrating this. You got these young guys, Will Smith, Matt Beatty. How about our boy Gavin Lux? Flirted with the cycle tonight, got off the schneid with his first jack. These guys have not experienced these moments. It's a long season, a big-time grind. Oh, and what's the date? September 10th, September 11th? That's how early the Dodgers have clinched this year, and it's exciting times to be a Dodger fan. And another great example, the Dodgers. If you look at it, one of the earliest clinches ever. The 17 and a half games ahead of the Diamondbacks. I think they're losing right now in New York. The all-time clinch record for the Dodgers, 1955, the boys in blue, that team went on to win the World Series. They won by 13 and a half games. 2017, they won by 11 games. Last year, we played game 163. So I don't want to hear any of this madness. Hey, don't celebrate. Pop champagne, fellas. It is a job well done. The consistency of this franchise to make it to 7 straight NL West championships is not a small feat. They deserve it. Party it in Baltimore tonight. We did it again. 7 from Jeffrey Hill. Woo! From Debbie. We got a Gmail surge. Let's go, Dodgers. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Mike, way to go. J Pro, let's win it all this year. Absolutely. Let's win it all this year. It's a good time to push this shirt. My all-time favorite Dodgers Nation gear is the enough about 88. The time is now. This feels like a different team, a team that took care of business this early on. Shows you the focus that they have to get it done in October. They want to end the drought at 31 years, and it's very clear by the way they took care of business. How about Corey Seager? 7th back-to-back home run game of his career. Corey Seager, he's been an RBI machine of late. And Corey Seager is really getting hot at the right time for this Dodger team. But light up those comments. How do you guys feel about your boys in blue winning their 7th straight NL West championship, still ahead of the Braves in the NL, now a game and a half behind the Astros and Yankees. So we're going to celebrate this today. Those eyes are going to be stinging with all that bubbly. No goggles, by the way. Let it sting. You got to feel that champagne. I don't want to see you guys with the goggles out there, any of the poncho gear. Just let the champagne rain all night long because the NL West, we own this division. I've said before, NL West is the Dodgers and the rest because they claim this division, 18th division title in franchise history. They're now 42 games above 500, 94 and 52 on the year. Your Los Angeles Dodgers have been eaten all season long, and they're the NL West champions. Jeffrey Hill, no. We got J Pro, we got David Dawn. I'm not impressed. Oceanside, not impressed. I got you. Romance with the heart emojis. Yolanda Hart, I like it. Kip, kicking it. And, oh, by the way, if I've not mentioned yet, you know how we get down here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Throw in where you're watching the Dodgers Nation post-game show. I like cities the best, but throw in those zip codes and area codes too. Sometimes, believe it or not, I look it up after just to see what's up. Patty, hi. What up, Patty? Jeffrey, now a World Series. Jack, 702 Vegas. Great Dodgers win. Walker looked good. Walker Buehler definitely looked good. Walker Buehler, if you look at him, hey, he was the last starter to go more than 5 innings. It was him back on the 25th of August. And Walker Buehler, that's what he does. This year, he's a pitcher. He's really a a pitcher that knows how to make adjustments. He's a competitor, and you see it when he has a bad outing. And it has been a little boomer bust with Walker Buehler, but tonight he showed out. My man was on one tonight. That's why if you saw the pregame, I pretty much guaranteed this win. One, because we were playing the Baltimore Horribles, and also I just really trusted Walker Buehler. If you look what he did last year in Game 163, he was the reason why the Dodgers got that division title and went on to go into the World Series. You saw what he did in Game 3 last year in the World Series. Tonight, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 11 Ks, 91 pitches, 66 for strikes, and Walker Buehler was ready. He came in, he dominated, but Walker Buehler, if you look at it, he's a guy that the Dodgers need. He was hitting 98 on that fastball, commanding that cutter and slider, and when he has the command on that fastball, he's a different pitcher. He's a different pitcher because it allows him to throw that cutter, allow him to throw that slider, and when he's on, he's locating, he's challenging guys. Yes, our OKC Dodgers could have probably beat this Orioles team tonight, but that was definitely a promising start for Walker Buehler, because if you look at Walker Buehler, the last start for Walker Buehler, it was not a great start. Last start for him, he's 12. He's now 13-3. But last start, 5 innings pitched against that Rockies squad. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 earned runs. So not a very good outing in his last outing. But that's what that's what the Buell dog does. That's what Walker Buehler does. He makes those requisite adjustments, and the next time you give him an opportunity, he's going to start throwing flames again. All right, keep up the small ball from Steve Graves. We got Hards, Pat. Now the real work begins. I agree with you 100%, Pat. And by the way, welcome, Pat. He's always rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. And the real work does begin. The work as far as solidifying this rotation, seeing if Rich Hill's going to come back and command that 4-starter role. We got to get Ryu right. We got to get Clayton Kershaw right. Look, Clayton Kershaw, he's another guy we have to get right. And really those big 3 starters from Ryu, Kershaw, and Buehler, if you look at these guys, those are the bell cow. That is why this Dodger team has clinched so early, is because of those 3 starters. The Dodgers are now 54-24 when either Ryu, Kersh, or Buehler start, and that's a 112-win pace. They're 39-28 when they don't. So we got to get everyone, all the main aces ready to roll. And tonight, Walker Buehler, he was doing it. But here we go. Back to the comments. Russell, let's go get this rotation some rest. I was saying the same thing. Yeah, get the rotation some of the rest they need because they got to get fresh for the postseason. Hyun-Jin Ryu is a big concern. There's no way to sugarcoat it. We need Hyun-Jin Ryu to get back to being the dominant. Look, there was a time when it was not even going to be a race between Scherzer and DeGrom as far as him locking up the Dodgers Cy Young Award. Would be the Dodgers' 13th Cy Young Award winner. Now he's trailing, and unfortunately the narrative with Hyun-Jin Ryu is that he's really fallen apart in his last couple starts, so they do need to find a way to get Hyun-Jin Ryu back. 4 straight bad starts for Hyun-Jin Ryu. He gave up 21 runs, 5 home runs in his last 4 starts. Before that, he had given up 4 home runs in his previous 17 starts. So before his last 4 clunkers, starting with that Yankee outing, 5 home runs, and that's in 19 innings. He had given up 4 home runs in his previous 115 innings. So Hyun-Jin Ryu, he's another concern, but I do think that rest is going to be the recipe for Hyun-Jin Ryu. We understand that Hyun-Jin Ryu, it's the innings. The innings are adding up with Hyun-Jin Ryu. It's definitely a factor. 161 2/3 innings this season, the most he has pitched since 2013. In the 4 seasons before this year, he had pitched only 213 2/3 innings combined. So he had that shoulder injury, had the groin injury, but I have faith that Hyun-Jin Ryu gets it right because, yes, he's fatigued, but he was still pitching his best baseball. Had a 1.45 ERA and 121 strikeouts to 17 walks before that August 11th outing. But back to the comments, guys. But, hey, we're here to celebrate 7 straight titles in the NL West for the Dodgers. Loving it. Pop the champagne. I want to see some champagne emojis. How are you guys celebrating? Let me know in the comments. How are you guys celebrating the Dodgers' 7 straight NL West title? Back to the comments. Here we go. Danopi, congrats. We got 1 game at a time, buddy. 1 game at a time. I like that mentality. Doug Crosby, David Dahl get okay. Woo woo number 7 has never looked better. Hey, look, this is winning is a habit. This is a lifestyle for this team. We understand. Look, yes, we can't win a World Series today, and yes, we still have a lot of work to be done to get that Commissioner's Trophy in October, but you got to celebrate the small victories. Maybe this will boost the team. Look, make no secret about it. This team has been in a funk of late. If you look at the Dodgers, they're 12-11 in their last 23, playing just above 500 baseball, and the Braves have erased a 10-game deficit on the Dodgers. So, yes, they've wrapped things up, but there's a lot to play for. You got to lock down that home field advantage in the NL because the Braves are dangerous. And then also, we got to get home field advantage against the Yankees or the Astros. 5 RBIs for Corey Seager. Look, Corey Seager, like I said, he's been an RBI machine. He's had, since in the last 30 games, Corey Seager now Corey Seager now in his last now 20, that's 27 RBIs in the last 30 games for Corey Seager. Second best in that stretch is Cody Bellinger with 17. So he's been putting it together, getting hot at the right time. And here we go. Back to you guys, though. Cisco, everyone made an impact. I love it. Yeah, baby. Go Dodgers from Gloria. Louise, hey, what up? PYKS, always rocking with us. Punch the ticket. We have our eyes on something bigger. I agree with you guys. I'm not saying that this isn't that it's not all about the World Series, because it is. It is all about that Commissioner's Trophy in October, and we're going to get into all that. We have plenty of time leading up to that. But, hey, all of you guys who've been rocking with us all season long, it's nice to lock up that NL West, and it starts today. So, well-deserved. We got Hollywood. Be happy. Congratulate each other, but don't celebrate like it's 1999. Hey, man, I celebrate the small victories, and trust me, yes, there's going to be champagne tonight, but when we win the World Series, it's going to be a different, sustained celebration. You just got to rock it out. Hey, man, who doesn't like to party it up? Man, I mean, you know, I'll pop bottles after a win against the Padres. You know, I love anytime the Dodgers get a win, but big picture, it is important for these teams, these younger guys, to experience this. These younger guys to understand that this is what the culture of the Los Angeles Dodgers is in 2019, is about winning these NL West championships. And look, it's not going to be the same without Puig there and the Wild Horse getting crazy. But hey, you got to celebrate. This is a grind. It's a long season. Just the first plateau from Ted Filler. Dodgers doing. Congratulations from Boise, Idaho. How you doing, my man? Dodgers doing. Russell, I'm a little worried about the American League teams. Hey, I'm a lot of worried about the American League teams. You saw the statement that the Yankees made at Dodger Stadium. I was at that game. Bronx Bombers lived up to the hype in that series. They hit 9 home runs against the Dodgers, 2 home runs, and that was in the friendly confines of Dodger Stadium. So, and then also, you got the Astros too. They're a team. By the way, I want to plug a piece at DodgersNation.com. Head over to DodgersNation.com and check out Marshall Garvey's look back at the Dodgers division clinching games in the past decade. I want you guys to tell me in the comments, what was your favorite Dodgers division clinching moment? For me, I'm going with Culberson. I'm going with Charlie there because of the Vin Scully angle. It's tough to beat that. I loved jumping in the pool. I also love when we clinched against the Giants with Kershaw. I mean, that was just such a dream season with Kershaw, 21-3, and then 11 strikeouts to punch out the Giants. I love that one. That would probably be my second one, but I'm going with Culberson. How do you guys feel? What was your favorite? Jay Carter, love the show, Doug. Watching from Coral Springs, Florida. Thanks for rocking with us out there in Florida. She's always in the mix here. Susie, let's see the celebration. Hey, man, celebrating right here. Pop some bottles. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, Dodgers are a joke. Hey, cool story, bro. Maria with the hearts. Angela, go Dodgers. Joylyn Bright, guys, you deserve to celebrate. Vincent, let's go Dodgers. Mark Arion, sweet victory. Thank you, Bueller and Seager. Who do you guys got for your players of the game? I'm going with Corey Seager today. 7th. Multi-home run, 2-home run game of his career. And Corey Seager, like I said, he's heating up. Jock Peterson is heating up at the right time. Corey Seager is heating up in the right time. If you look at Corey Seager, he's starting to put it together, starting to hit balls hard. And post All-Star, Corey Seager is hitting to about 244, but leads the team in RBIs with 36 RBIs and then 8 home runs in that stretch. Well, here we go. Congratulate Blue Thunder. Now get it all from Everett. Congratulations, boys, from Dodgers Dune. Gabriel Roman, step 1, secure the division. Check, exactly. Nick Stocks, Chris Hottie, and a Go Dodgers, love you. Gmail, hell yeah, you right. We never income October. Vincent, let's go Dodgers. Woo, Dodgers from Marville. Gary Stotts, the Dodgers are the best. Steven, who do you think the Dodgers are going to have in the bullpen for the postseason? Great question. I think that, first of all, if you've seen Kenta Maeda, he got that 4-inning save a couple days ago, and he's just a different pitcher when he comes out of the bullpen. There's much more life on that fastball. He's touching 94 on that fastball, works that slider and change. I love Kenta Maeda because he gives the versatility of that strike with those strikeout pitches, also gives you some potential extended relief, and then also a righty specialist. Come in with that slider. You know he can get righties out. I love Kenta Maeda. I love what I've seen out of Tony Gonsolin. It's, to me, the postseason, like we've seen in recent years, it's about miss-bat stuff. That's what really plays in the postseason, and Tony Gonsolin has that in spades, and he's got that splitter, ranks high, and he's just got a lot of great stuff. I like Tony Gonsolin. I think Rich Hill, I see him as the 4 starter if we're going to go that route. And also, of course, Julio Urias comes back. He's balling. Casey Sadler did not have his best showing. He's supposed to be a ground ball pitcher. And, a lot of pop outs today. But Casey Sadler today, how did he do? Let's look at his numbers. One inning pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned run, 1 strikeout. Caleb Ferguson looked good. He looked good as a lefty coming in there. And then, of course, you got Kenley Jansen. Joe Kelly is a lock. Then we'll see what happens with Ross Stripling. Ross Stripling is a guy that comes back. He looked good in his last outing. Ross Stripling looked really good in his last outing. So, and then the question, Dustin May. If Dustin May doesn't impress, and he's had a rough go of it. He got hit in the head pretty hard. Pretty much he's like a cyborg with the way he hit his head, and he was still wanting to pitch. But Dustin May's got to prove that he can stand. But to me, I think is a wild card that I would like to see because of that 98-mile-per-hour splitter. And to me, really, he has to get that command down on his fastball. But I think that I don't want to see Dylan Floro anywhere near the playoff roster. I don't really trust him. Yimi Garcia, you understand. Yimi Garcia has tied the Dodgers all-time record for home runs given up out of the bullpen with 15. So the Dodgers, that is really what this final 17 games is about. It's about solidifying that bullpen, solidifying that rotation, seeing if we can get Alex Verdugo back healthy. And if Alex Verdugo can't get back, who plugs in there? Does Matt Beatty get a playoff nod? So lots to break down as far as the playoff rosters go. But tonight, Dodgers, 10th NL West title since 2004, and that's just great. Me growing up in Los Angeles, 2004 felt like the best year of my life because that was Lima time year, and that was totally a foreign feeling just to get a playoff win. So we've been spoiled with all this great success, but it has to culminate in a World Series title, and I think it definitely will. I love what this team's doing. Look, yes, it was a slump, but it wasn't like the 2017 slump where we dropped 16 of 17. This team can still peak at the right time. Justin Turner's getting it together. 17 home runs since the All-Star break for Justin Turner. But back to you guys. Here we go. Rock out some of these comments. Rapid fire style. How you feeling about your Los Angeles Dodgers? 7 straight. Hollywood, my point, I won a World Series trophy. Alex, celebrate today. Only got to win it this year. Danny Cortez, I'm going to have one for the boys in blue. I love it. Pop bottles with your drink of choice. David, celebrating from Chicago. High five, champagnes. What up, David? Maria, Melissa, I love our boys. Time to celebrate 7 years in a row. Paul, is that a consecutive record? No, I think the Yankees have a consecutive record streak. I think it's 14. I believe it's 14. I think, but you might want to double check. I'm almost positive though. Ron, South Carolina in the house. Go blue. Travis, pop the bubbles, the bubblies. Gab, Evans, Fields, Cody, Bryant, Hanna. Feels better to clinch here in San Francisco, knowing the Giants are going to rebuild for a long time. Hey, they got Farhan. We'll see what he can do. But what up, my man Brian? He's always rocking with us. But, yeah, Cody Bellinger, you guys bring up Cody Bellinger. How do you guys feel about this MVP race? It's something that keeps me up at night. And I'm starting to feel like it could be slipping away from Cody Bellinger. He needs to finish strong. If you look at Cody Bellinger, I want to see him really just catch fire this last couple weeks. I want to see him be that first Dodger position player to win MVP since Kirk Gibson in 1988. So a lot of good omens if that's the case. But if you look at that MVP race, Cody Bellinger, if you look at his averages each month, 500 in March, 416 in April, 319 in May, 272 in June, 265 in July, and 235 in August. So to me, Yelich, I mean, if you look at him too, Yelich, he's hitting 476 in high leverage plate appearances, but Cody Bellinger has that advantage in WAR. So I know that they're going to be looking at that, and also don't underestimate the defensive run saves. Cody Bellinger knocks him out of the water in that standpoint. So I also want to see Cody Bellinger make a run at that Dodger home run record held by Sean Green with 49. I want to see him get to 50. He's falling slightly below that pace, but I want to see Cody Bellinger get 50 and win that MVP. But here we go. Next up, clinch home field advantage from Michael R. Crawford. Look, I've said it before. If you look at the World Series versus the Division Series, the World Series has the biggest bump for home field advantage. Teams have won 59. Teams like 59 and 24 in game. The home team is 59 and 24 in game one of the World Series. They've won it 60% of the time. So the World Series, being at Dodger Stadium, being at the friendly confines of the Chavez Ravine, to me, is absolutely paramount, because what I just told you, the Dodgers, they need to get to stay at home, because you saw Hyun-Jin Ryu before that slide, he had a .85 ERA at home. They're 56 and 20 at home on the year, compared to 38 and 32 on the road. So I'm with you. Home field advantage, a lot to play for. Enjoy the night, Dodgers. Enjoy it in Baltimore. By the way, my favorite thing about Camden Yards is, I know I call them the Baltimore Horribles, but I love how it's built on Babe Ruth's, George Herman Ruth's dad's old bar. So also the same person who's doing the renovations of Dodger Stadium is the person who did Camden Yards, the best in the business. So I love Camden Yards as a special park. Azusa from Ricardo, Jamie from Phoenix, George OKC, Alex #Bleed Blue, Matthew from the 91367. We got R Mexico 37 from Mexico. Welcome. We got Angel from Azusa, Ray Rodriguez. They hate us because they ain't us, Ray. Anaheim. Okay, I love it. Danny Cortez from Colton. We got Pasadena, Sal Pasadena. If you do not know, that is the home of Dodgers Nation. So represent from the 626. David from Chicago. Let's go Dodgers. I love it. Tam Smith, tomorrow Dodgers begin to focus on the next step. Tonight, celebrate. Columbia, Missouri from Dallas. Anthem, go Dodgers from Syracuse, New York. Ray Rodriguez, they hate us because they ain't us. Juice from the 323 Southgate. John Mayon in enemy territory, Phoenix, Arizona. Hey, man, maybe on the way back on the plane ride home from New York, they can make a quick stop at Phoenix and celebrate in our pool, because that's what they'll always remember. We own that. That is our stadium. You saw the turnout. The Dodgers repped hard when we faced off against them a couple weeks ago. NOL's champions from Mark Chum. Go Blue. 7 straight be a lucky number. Just saying. I love that. I'm going to save that one. 7 can be a lucky number. And also 3 is the perfect number. I think we're onto something. 3 is the perfect number. 7 is the lucky number. Triangles, you know, all that good stuff. The golden ratio. I think you're right. 3rd straight World Series appearance. 7th straight title. It's looking like, it just feels like this has to be the year this team caps it off. Congrats to the boys in blue from Rebecca. We got Alex, Primo, what up? We got John from Cords, California. Hell yeah, Dodgers. Hell yeah, John. Mike Munoz, 3rd time's the charm, baby. And the 909 San Bernardino. Go Dodgers. We want the World Series. We want the World Series. We want the World Series. Cap, do you even caps lock, bro? I love it. 209. From Tam Smith, Travis, 801 Salt Lake bleeds Dodger Blue. Patty, love Prescott. Mike, pop the bottles tonight, but I didn't see the dominance to take the world. You don't see the dominance to take the World Series. #bleed blue. I I like that. Throw those hot takes in there. Walker Buehler is our ace. That's from Ragnar. I've been saying that for quite some time. Walker Buehler is the ace. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that there's no debate whether or not he has the best stuff as far as that fastball velocity, the way he attacks hitters, the way he can incorporate that slider and cutter. When he's on, he's unhittable, and I'm with you. That's why I want to see him in Game 3, Game 4, because you throw him in tough environments. Tonight was a good sign. You get that road win. We know his ERA is much better at home, but Walker Buehler, if you look, too, I mean, he's had some issues. 9 starts since the All-Star break. 9 starts before tonight since the All-Star breaks. 5+ runs in 4 of them. So he's had his issues of late as well. His aren't as pronounced as Hyun-Jin Ryu's, but a 7.52 ERA, other 5 starts, 1 run. So the thing about him is, like Joe Davis said early in the broadcast, boom or bust with Buehler. And I want to see more boom than bust in the postseason because we're going to go as far as the arms are going to take us. The arms of Walker Buehler, the arms of Clayton Kershaw, and Hyun-Jin Ryu. And if you look, too, it's about the starters and how many innings pitched we've been given, and we've been spoiled by this staff that has really carried this team on their back for the vast majority of this season. Before the All-Star break, starters were averaging 5.8 innings pitched per start. Now that's down to 5.3 innings per start. Last 23 games, starters a 4.89 ERA, averaging 4.7 innings pitched per start. Yes, you got some bullpen games in there, but a lot of that has to do with guys not going the distance. But here we go. We got Alice, love my Dodgers. John Samberto in the house, 92410. We got Gab, love Walker. By the way, mash that heart button, retweet, like, share on Facebook for your boy Gavin Lux. Gavin Lux, if you look at Gavin Lux, yes, he went 2 for 2. Since going 2 for 2, 1 of 18. So tonight, hey, the Orioles came at a right time. Also, congrats to Gavin Lux. Congrats to Gavin Lux for getting Minor League Player of the Year. There's been 2 other Dodgers to get Minor League Player of the Year. Can you name them? I'll wait a couple minutes in the comments, give you a couple seconds to Google it if you just want to. It's all good. But I'll just tell you right now, Gavin Lux, he was the Baseball America's 2019 Minor League Player of the Year. At 21, he's the 3rd Dodger to win the award since its inception in 1981, joining Mike Marshall. He won it the first year back in 1981, and then also Paul Konerko back in 1997. Did not love that Paul Konerko trade, but that's a different show. Ray Rodriguez, we got Luis Jacksonville, pop those bottles. Pam, I'm lethargic. Mitch, Nia, Dodger game. Oh, wow. Mitch, what up, Mitch? From the 98357. The Dodger game I saw was at the LA Coliseum. That's when the Dodgers beat the White Sox in the World Series. I believe that was the 59 World Series, right? Where the Dodgers beat the White Sox in the World Series. But that's what I'm talking about. Jay Carter, thanks, Doug. Hey, Jay Carter missed the game, but I'm watching the post-game show to catch up. Hey, that's what we do here. Get you all the latest from your boys in blue. Dodgers 7th straight title for your boys in blue. But we got Ruth, congratulations, LA, Dallas, enough division champs tees. I need a World Series shirt with the ring. You know what you need? You need one of our t-shirts. I'm not a big fan, too. I'm not rocking an NL West. That's it. I want to walk an NLCS championship shirt. I am in complete agreement with you. World Series championship shirts or buzz, because I'd rather rock the Dodgers Nation shirts. If you look there, they opened the new store for the Dodgers Nation one. I love this one. I love Brooklyn born, LA raised. Think blue, bleed blue. If you saw DJ Severe, the Dodgers DJ's always rocking our gear. So go get that gear. The postseason is looming, and they're gonna be gone. But here we go. Where we go. All right. All right, where's these comments? All right, here we go. Congrats, Blue. We got Gav from Candy Lake. Watching from Fogtown, Los Angeles. Or should I say Dodger Town? I think you should say Dodger Town. We got Gab, Blue Lakes, Randall Etheridge, Rich Hill will help the rotation for the playoffs. Absolutely. I think that's one of the big things, that's one of the big developments is to get Rich Hill back. Rich Hill, he's a guy, when he comes back, a 2.6 ERA in the postseason, and he's going to be fresh. He's going to be fresh, and there's some guys saying, hey, do you throw him in that bullpen? But no, I think Rich Hill, I think he's a guy that I trust on the mound in big spots. He's gone deep into games. If it weren't for a couple calls here and there, we won't get into those. Rich Hill has shown up in the playoffs, and I want to see him if he stays healthy. So if he stays healthy, the contingency plan was to wait for Rich Hill to come back, and now that he's back, now that he's going to be back, he threw a bullpen session. He threw a simulated game last Monday, so I think he's going to be back Thursday. So I'm really excited to see Rich Hill on Thursday, and I'm with you. I think he brings a swagger. He brings a character to the team that a lot like David Freese, a veteran guy with veteran leadership. He's been through those battles before, and I'm curious to see if he comes back hot. That curveball, just the arm angles that he uses, I can't wait. He's one of my favorite guys to watch pitch. Ray Rodriguez, Raiders, the Raiders. So I guess you're celebrating the Raider Nation last night, beating the Broncos up there. Heard the crowd on TV was not very, very nice to Antonio Brown. Cheers for Michael Belton. We got World Series Game 7 is tomorrow versus Houston. Who starts for the Dodgers? I think it depends on the series. It depends on the ebbs and flows of that series. It depends how things have lined up. It depends who they went with in games 1 and 2. I think if they go with Ryu and Kershaw in games 1 and 2, the way that could line up is you could see, I think that if everything's healthy, with fatigue being a factor, you got to go with the guy with the best stuff. You got to go with the guy that has the least amount of mileage on his arm. I'm going with Walker Buehler all day, every day. You saw what he did in Game 3 of the World Series last year. You saw what he did in Game 163 last year too. So he's a guy that he takes his game to a new level on the big stage. So I definitely would rock with my man Walker Buehler, Blutane. Or butane. You got the Blutane gum. Ray's repping all of his teams, so you're a Trojan fan too. They had you like their new quarterback, the freshman. Nick Stoss, they clinch early because they're in the worst league in all of baseball, just being honest. They still had to dominate. They dominated the teams that were ahead of them, and they won by a wide margin. And look, you had guys, Arizona, the Diamondbacks are one of the hottest teams in baseball in the second half. The Rockies for a while were neck and neck. And then you saw the Padres, that was there. And then the Giants, why did the Giants not sell out Madison Bumgarner and Will Smith? Because they were going to try to make one last run for Bruce Bochy. So the Dodgers, the NL West, their dominance over it speaks for itself. But hey, he had a lot of guys playing baseball with a sense of urgency in the second half. John Isles, welcome to the show. John Isles, back home in the 661, always rocking with us here. We got Charles Hamill. How you doing, Charles? He's always here representing the comments of the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Only thing left to do is clinch home field. I'm not sure if this team even cares about it. I think us fans may care more than the team does. It's a really great point, Charles. And it's tough for us to know how much this team prioritizes getting home field advantage. But hey, I don't want to hear the tomahawk chop in Atlanta, and I don't want to go to Washington. I don't want to go to Houston, and I don't want to go to New York. So yes, the Dodgers, they played the Yankees 11 times in the World Series. The 3 times they were able to beat the Yankees and overcome the Bronx Bombers, they started off on the road. So, but the numbers I gave you earlier suggest that having home field advantage gives the Dodgers the best chance to win, and it tells me that this team is leaving no stone unturned. If the Dodgers get home field advantage, it tells me that yes, we've lost 2 straight World Series, but we are doing everything in our power to make sure that doesn't happen again. And I think them getting home field advantage is not only a message to their clubhouse, but a message to the fan base that says, hey, yes, we want to win as bad as you guys do, and getting home field advantage where we have over 56 wins on the season, to me, tells me that. So here we go. We got Hardy Grove from John Gonzalez. Jim, completely non-emotional. The Dodgers clinch the division. World Series or don't bother me. I like that. He's like, I love the expectations. World Series or don't bother me. Okay, well, guess what? The Dodgers won't make it to the World Series without winning a division title, without getting into the playoffs. So I understand your frustration. Ryan, at 1.5 games back, do you think we can still get home field? Hey, if you look at it, the Dodgers got 3 more against. It's going to be tough. The Dodgers' schedule is tougher than the Yankees' schedule, but if it's close, the Dodgers are going to make a run at it. It could come down to the final game of the season, and they got a road trip. They still got to face the Rays, so the Rays are the Rays are still playing competitive baseball. They come to the Chavez Ravine. They go to the Mets, and the Mets are hanging on for their playoff lives, so they're going to be playing with a sense of urgency all weekend. Then they host the Rockies. Then they go to San Diego. Then they go to San Francisco. So the Dodgers have feasted on the NL West this year. So if they can really stack up tons of wins against their division rivals, having already won this division, if it's close, the Giants are going to want to play spoiler, especially with sending off Bruce Bochy at the end. So it's going to be tough. Let's look at the Yankees schedule down the stretch. The Yankees, if you look at them, they got the Yankees down the stretch. They're going against the Blue Jays. Their Blue Jays trash. Hosting the Halos. That's a dub. They'll probably get 2 or 3 out of that one. So they play 2 series with the Blue Jays. Okay, a home and away. Then they go to Texas. Then they go to Tampa Bay. So if you look at that schedule, it lines up nicely for the Yankees to finish strong. And that's why I've said, hey, everyone was talking about the division. I told you early on, there are no house money games for this Dodger team because of that home field advantage. If you look at the Astros schedule to close things out, but yeah, the Dodgers need to get on a streak. The Dodgers need to get on a streak to get right. They need to get Hyun-Jin Ryu rested. He needs a start or two where he looks like the dominant Hyun-Jin Ryu that was flirting with an all-time great ERA title at the end of it. So, oh, by the way, the A's are just taking the Astros to the woodshed. It's 20-3 right now. But if you look at the Astros, they close out. They're hosting the A's in a series. Then they go to Kansas City, host the Rangers, host the Halos, go to Seattle, and then on the road against the Angels. So there we go. Verdugo is not coming back. Is that a take, or did you? I'm doing this show right now. I'm doing this show live, so I don't know if that's breaking news. I hope that's not breaking news, because that would be a crippling development for this Dodger team if Alex Verdugo does not come back. You saw him, went out hitting .297, hitting well above .300 in most of his time. Defensively, has UZ score, his range in the outfield is great. Also, best contact rate in the zone for the Dodgers. So he's a major part of the Dodgers' potential success in the postseason. I saw that there is no timetable when we're going to see Alex Verdugo. He's been out for over a month. But yes, he's had some setbacks in his recovery, that oblique, and that is why the Dodgers brought up Edwin Rios. But I haven't heard anything that suggests that he's going to be out for the remainder of the season. But he has been, I know he's been shut down completely for any baseball activities for the last couple days, and then Edwin Rios is up. But hey, Matt Beaty, he's a guy. Matt Beaty's clutch. He's got that compact swing. I like seeing Matt Beaty in there in his absence. If you look at Matt Beaty, since post All-Star break, Matt Beaty, he's slashing .289, .362, .579 with a .941 OPS. So .941 OPS since the All-Star break. Only position players with a higher OPS is going to be Justin Turner and Will Smith since the All-Star break. And then also, yeah, Cody Bellinger's hitting .921. That's his OPS. Last 30 for Matt Beaty, you're looking at hitting .262. So last 30, he's starting to dip a little bit, but he'll play well in his absence. But here we go. Will not go far in October with Kenley as a closer. That's from John Gonzalez. Look, Kenley as a closer. Look, watching Kenley on the mound in clutch situations and high leverage situations, that's not for the faint of heart. I hope you do not like your fingernails, because you will not have very many of them after that. But look, it's not Kenley for closer. Who knows by the time if he's not going to be the lockdown closer. Just, to me, at this point, we've seen enough. We've seen a career high in ERA. We've seen the dip in his velocity. We've seen the dip in his command and his penchant for giving up home runs. and blowing saves. So Kenley Jansen has had a rough go of it since the All-Star break, and I don't think that he's going to be the closer moving forward as far as a night in and night out basis. Yes, they'll give it to him, and he can earn his closes. He can earn his appearances. If Kenley goes out there, he's shown that he gets hot, then yes, you throw him out there. But there's no way, in my opinion, that if he's continuously blowing saves in the postseason, that they'll keep throwing him out there in those spots. And he's also mentioned that he's willing to take a different role. If they throw him out there in the 8th inning, that he can still be a contributing factor. But they're going to have to get outs from Kenley Jansen, whether you like it or not. He's going to have to contribute. And like you said, he gets himself into trouble, walking guys, allowing that first batter on. So the thing about Kenley, and he just looks hittable. He's just hittable, and like we've never seen in his career. But he did have that 21-pitch save against the Yankees, which really could have been another blown save. But if you look too, he's adjusting to not completely rely on that cutter. In his career, 93%. It's been his cutter use has ranged from 84% to 93%. It's down to 76%. So if you look at it too, over the past 2 months, that cutter's down to 65%. So you're looking at a different version of Kenley Jansen. So we don't know what to make of it. And if you look at it too, the pitch value on Jansen's cutter, according to Pinch Info, has dropped from 20.8 to 9.4 to minus 0.2. So the cutter, which was his bread and butter, doesn't do what it did, and that's why he's getting into trouble. And I'm with you. You got to rely on guys like Pedro Baez and Joe Kelly. To me, that's the answer. You bring in Joe Kelly, you bring in Pedro Baez, Julio Urias. If it lines up and you want to get him for an inning instead of extended relief, maybe throw him out for the last 2 innings. So Kenley Jansen, I'm telling you, this organization is too smart and is so reliant on analytics that they know what the analytics are showing them when it comes to Kenley Jansen. He's having a career worst season. So it would be a slap in the face to Dodger fans. It would be a slap in the face to Dodger fans to throw him out there and have him not only embarrass the fans but embarrass himself. There's no way that he can go out there, give up home runs like he did to Marwin Gonzalez, give up home runs like he did to Jackie Bradley Jr. I mean, last year, if you look at him, we saw the warning signs with Kenley Jansen, but let's try to get the most out of him. Let's see if we can get some production out of Kenley Jansen because the Dodgers are going to need to get something from him. But anyways, Mark, awesome job, Dodgers. Congrats from Ohio. Sweet champagne popping bottles from Kathy. Dodgers doing I bleed Dodger blue. Oh, let's get back here. Let's go back down to the comments here. We got Jansen's trouble is confidence from Randall Etheridge. There is a mental aspect to Kenley Jansen. He said it himself. When he goes out there and he just pitches and he doesn't focus on the results, that he's in a much better position to get out. But when he goes out there, the first guy gets on. You saw it in Philly this year. You saw it against the Cubs when Rizzo hit that jack. When guys get on, he just has one guy still at like a 70% rate on him. So if he gets guys on, they're basically getting close to being on with runners in scoring position. So he gets himself in tough spots, and there was a stretch there in June where he was pitching much better. From June 1st he did a nice job in June, 4-1 with a 1.33 ERA, and but no, I was going to say for Joe Kelly. So for Joe Kelly, to me, he's proven it. He apparently has a lower body injury that he's dealing with right now. So trust me, we got to spend a whole show breaking down the bullpen and breaking down what we're going to do. Eric Berta, I'm with you. Here we go. The Raiders spanking the Texans. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. Raider Nation. By the way, guys, full disclosure, I'm a Raider fan, so I love seeing that. There's the Raider Nation, Dodger Nation. I feel like John Isles, 728. A's now lead the Astros 23 in the middle of the 6 in Houston. I love that. Dodger UK. What up, Dodgers UK? Despite Bueller's struggles at times, he's definitely the go-to guy. Stuff is electric. Yes, you couldn't have said it. I couldn't have said it any better myself. His stuff is absolutely electric, and that's what plays up most in. And tonight, you saw he was getting nine swings and misses with that fastball. The previous high this year was 13. He did that in his 16 strikeout game against Colorado. So that tells you that that's pure electricity, pure butane from Walker Buehler. Josh, love from Wyoming, bleed blue, hashtag we love LA. Rich Hill, hey man, Rich Hill, good luck on your start Thursday. We can't wait to see you back. We want you to ball out in the postseason. Don't think we can beat the Astros or Braves. I think we'll handle the Braves. The Braves do not have the depth to deal with the Dodgers, but the Astros, that'll be a tough series, but you just need things to go right. You need the Dodgers to catch their groove again, and you need them to peak at the right time. Because, look, I'm not afraid of Zach Greinke. Verlander, look, hey, do you guys know the stat? If it wasn't for the Dodgers, the 258 home runs now, if it wasn't for that dreaded DH, the Dodgers would have the most home runs in history. So if you look at the home runs for the Dodgers, it's absolutely incredible what they've been able to accomplish this year with the long ball. And you saw their record when they hit home runs. If you saw the top 5 teams in Major League Baseball record-wise are the top 5 home run hitting teams. So most home runs in a season, Dodgers now the Astros in 2000 hit 249. This Dodger team now with two. We had Seager hit 2 home runs tonight, and then Lux got his first jack. So you love that. 258. So 258 home runs. According to Stats Inc., if you eliminate the Twins, their advantage of having the designated hitter in their lineup, the 2019 Dodgers have belted more home runs than any team in baseball history. So this team can hit home runs with the best of them, and that is the formula for success in the postseason and winning baseball games. But here we go. We got we need to have Beede on the roster in the postseason. I like that too. He's a contact guy. He's a guy that can get clutch hits. Matt Beede, he's hit his fair share of walk-offs, of clutch hits. Ray Barsimeon, cool shirt, Doug. I want a shirt like that. This is a shirt that you got to get because, look, we're going to win it this year, so probably the last edition. So I would keep this because this is the one I like to rock because that's the mentality. We got Charles. Home field is obviously the best scenario, but I'm not sure this team is prioritizing it. We will see. Love from Wyoming. We got Joseph Megazzeni. What up, Joseph Megazzeni? What up, my man? We got Dodger UK. Britain bleeds blue. Love this freaking tee. I love it, man. Welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Zenny, holla from, my bad, my comments are just going crazy here. Maddie, go Dodgers. Marissa, Dodgers. Rock, Cheryl, Dodgers. Yep. Hey, who do you want to play? Who would you want to face in the first round? Do you think the Nationals can make? Who do you think the Dodgers' biggest threat is? Do you think it's the Braves? Do you think it's potentially the Cubs, the Nationals? I still think the Dodgers will, for the most part, cruise in the NL. But the Braves, they're getting hot and they're just playing really hot baseball right now. If they can keep that up. If you look at the Braves, man, the Braves going 17. The Braves had, they've just balled out. But the Dodgers 18th NL West title. What else we can talk about? But yeah, other thing I want to say is this is really turning into the golden age of Dodger baseball too. If you look at it. Dodgers making a run of that third straight World Series. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the Braves 17-2 with their last 19 games. So the Dodgers, they got to fight off the Braves. But here we go. 1 second here. And also, don't forget Max Muncy. They're waiting to get Muncy back, Verdugo back. This team is going to put together their best lineup right now. The Nationals are tough from Nathan, agree from Eric Bartoli. That's the thing, too. In a short series, they really have the benefit of having that elite starting pitching. But that is the question. The question is, can the Dodgers – look, there's a lot of mileage on Clayton Kershaw, a lot of mileage on Baltimore Orioles are a classy organization. Stop hating. They have to be cool like Walker, calm and cool. Let's keep the runs up from Nathan Aguilar. Look, there was a stretch. You saw that stretch where the Dodgers the Dodgers really were just struggling to get runs in. And now they're starting to show that offense. The Dodgers, since the All-Star break, they're averaging 5.8 runs per game, and they're allowing about 3.4. So that's going to get you a lot of wins. That's going to get you the 7th straight division title. How do you guys feel about the catching situation? Have you guys heard this rumor about Will Smith and Austin Barnes and the pitching staff having their issues, not pitching their best with Will Smith? I think that, yes, the walks are, if you look at the walks with Will Smith and Hyun-Jin Ryu versus Clayton Kershaw, really Russell Martin, if you look at it, catches the best. But I still think that it's a no-brainer. You keep Will Smith in there because of what he can give you offensively. Offensively, the net benefits there to me are to me what you really focus on. But here we go. I agree with you. I think they will be tougher than the Braves. Exactly. It's really a John Isles Phillies over the Braves tonight, 6-5. Ray Bar-Simeons, any updates on Austin Barnes? So Austin Barnes, he's a guy you saw made his way back. You saw he raked in the minor leagues, and they called him up from AAA just 4 days ago. So we'll see what happens with Austin Barnes. If you look at Austin Barnes, hey, we all said, yeah, Yasmani Grandal was going to take it. By the time that postseason rolled around, we were going with Austin Barnes. So spent the majority of the season with the Dodgers. And if you look at Dave Roberts, what he said about Austin Barnes, said he's going to go up and they're going to see what they have with Austin Barnes. But really, if you can keep three catchers, but I think that with Russell, I really think that you keep Russell Martin up here. Russell Martin, what he can do, give you a professional major league at bat. He's a guy that I would trust out there. Austin Barnes, look, what we saw is this team's inability to hit. Can't blame Will Smith on the pitching from Randall Etheridge. Yeah, if you look, also, Ivan, the Braves have a hot bullpen. The Dodgers can even have a better one depending on the management. Yeah, that's the thing too. The Dodgers, that's why their bullpen has a chance to be special, is because they have guys that can give you extended relief. You're going to see depth in that bullpen, and Kenta Maeda, a guy that was the starter that was struggling the most out of the 5 throughout different parts of the season, has been so effective. He had a 4-inning save, and if you look at digging into this Will Smith situation, I think that really Will Smith, that's just to get back. They said there was a mechanical flaw tonight with Will Smith. He had a hit. His average down to 271, but it's good for him to have these struggles now. And see. And come postseason, because they have locked in. That's one of the reasons why I thought you got to have Will Smith in there early, because that's why it was about developing a rapport with this pitching staff. And I think it's just bad luck for Will Smith. Look, if Will Smith had been brought up when Kershaw had a 23-game streak of going 6 innings or more, and then he broke that last couple starts. If he had been brought up earlier when they should have, then 1, he would have had more chemistry at this point, and 2, that these numbers that a lot of guys are claiming, I think as David Fast say about it wouldn't be the same. So I think that's the case too. If you look at it, the Will Smith situation, I got the numbers here. But as long as he rakes, man, first 28 games, he was hitting 318 OPSing 1,200, 12 home runs. So we need that offensive pop. He's been a little quiet of late. And if you look at it too, so this is the thing. So Will Smith, 23, he started 23 of the last 34 games. The staff ERA went from 3.41 at the end of July to 3.63 in the start of August, and then a 5.48 ERA over the last 15 games with Smith behind the plate in 10 of those games. So if you want to look at it that way, that's it. But let's not forget, how it's flipped with Will Smith. Will Smith, he's a better receiver. Andrew Freeman said it in February. Andrew Freeman said he sees him as a Gold Glove caliber catcher, and now it's about, he's hitting and he can slug, but can he catch? So I think it's just I think it's a lot of nothing with the Will Smith and the pitching chemistry. Yes, we know Clayton Kershaw, how much he favored A.J. Ellis, but I don't think too much of that. If you look at Will Smith, though, for as long as we need him to start hitting, though. Last 30 games, he's hitting 227. He's hitting 227. Last 7 games for Will Smith, he's hitting 188. So struggling, gets a hit tonight, but we need him to get it going offensively. Now, let's say Will Smith is not able to show if he's not able to bring that pop back that we saw. Like I said, I gave you the numbers when he was playing his best. He's hitting 328. He was hitting 328 in his 318 in his first 28 big league games, 12 home runs on just 102 plate appearances. So, and then he was 7 for his last 40. So if he's unable to hit, and the pitchers and the starters like Kershaw, Buehler, and Ryu are still struggling with him behind the plate, then maybe, hey, you do give him Austin Barnes, and maybe you do give him Russell Martin, and see if the pitching improves because of it. But I think right now it's about allowing him to continue to develop that rapport, continue to develop those relationships, and with Clayton Kershaw and the starting staff, and then hope that batting average comes back up and he starts slugging like he was when he came up in the bigs. Randall 13, Eric, Cheryl, Eric, here we go. Will the Dodgers aim for best record or home field advantage or rest our stars? That's a great question. We kind of broke down the remaining schedule and show it's definitely a tougher stretch potentially than the Yankees and Astros. And you just got to wait. You got to wait. If they think that resting guys is going to give them a better opportunity to have a fresher lineup and a fresher team come October, then you do that, because we don't know all the nicks and bruises that this team has. Look, a lot of injuries, a lot of attrition in a course of a 162-game season. But to me, I've kind of went in on it earlier about the importance of home field advantage. I think that you got to strike a balance of keeping guys out there, because, look, there's the rest versus rust factor. You don't want guys to get rusty. You want guys to carry a rhythm into the postseason, and I think that all those factors are important. So for me, I still want to see them go for it. I still want to see guys like Jock Peterson. I mean, we haven't even talked about Jock Peterson tonight. Man, Jock Peterson is absolutely exploding. But, hey, newsflash, he's a streaky hitter, so he's very streaky of late. And Jock Peterson, last 7 games, Jock Peterson OPSing 1,500, hitting .467, and hitting 2 home runs. So in his last 7. Now, the thing about Jock Peterson, what I liked about tonight's game, if you look at Jock Peterson tonight, he hit two of his hits today were off lefties. So that's promising if you're Jock Peterson. It's clear that he's trying to make a statement and send a message that, hey, I don't want to be this guy that's not going to make playoff rosters like we saw in the Chicago series in 2017. He's a guy that wants to be in it. But all these guys are competing. Guys like Gavin Lux. Hey, Gavin Lux, I was about to say, hey, maybe Gavin Lux up a year too early. Maybe he's up here a year too early. But tonight, Gavin Lux showed us that effortless swing, that sweet, sweet swing, those quick hands that just get through the zone lightning quick. And Gavin Lux, 3 for 4. Give it up for Gavin Lux. 3 for 4 tonight. A home run, a double, a single, a triple away from the cycle. So I love that from Gavin Lux. But we're closing in on the 1 hour mark, guys. It's been fun. It's been a great season. Congratulations to you guys out there. I know you love your boys in blue. And you got the Dodgers Nation, best fans in Major League Baseball. Got it done. 7th straight division title for your Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers, though, we got a lot to talk about Sunday, because I'm telling you, we are going to try to make a run at this home field advantage. And we got to try to catch up on the Yankees, catch the Astros, because I'm telling you, it's important to me. How you guys celebrating tonight? I know you love your Dodgers. Thanks for rocking with us. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. That's at DMAC_LA. You can listen to my other sports podcast. It's called the Get More Sports Podcast. We're covering NFL, Major League Baseball, interviews, all that cool stuff. If you head over to my Twitter, you got the links for that. It's a YouTube and podcast. You can find it wherever podcasts are found. But until Sunday, let's go. Give me a let's go Dodgers out there. Oh, Yelich out for the rest of the season. Is that true? Wow. Maybe extend this. Emergency pod. Eric Berta, Yelich, man, so it's that back injury, right? If that's the case, then Cody Bellinger has that MVP sewn up, but he probably wants to chase that 50 home run mark. But that would take some pressure off of Cody Bellinger. So if Christian Yelich is injured, maybe that takes some pressure off of Cody Bellinger. Maybe he is pressing a little bit. But thanks for rocking with us, guys. As always, go to DodgersNation.com. All the greatest Dodger content in the world. Also, go to DodgersNation.com and get merched up. Get geared up for the postseason. Tees are flying off the racks for Dodgers Nation. Any sponsors looking to sponsor the show, got the big numbers out here. All thanks to you guys. But thanks again, guys. Go Dodgers, and I'm out.